The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another kick-ass episode of Still Toking with. Yeah, you already know who I am, I think. After 7 seasons, you better know who I am. I am super. Hey. There's the voice in my head as usual. Yeah. I'm actually super excited about tonight's show. This amazing guest was brought to my attention by a friend. And then I started doing some research, listening to the music, and I said, wow, what an amazing voice. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to get too into it because I don't want to rain on anybody else's parade and the hosts, you know. They get a little mad if I do that. But the flashy one himself, as usual, Mr. Jeffrey Mark.
I don't get angry. I get even. Hi, cats and kittens. I'm excited, too. Our guest today reminds me of my wayward youth in New York way back when people got tired of disco and punk rock started. So I'm really cool about this one. You know who else I bet is really cool about this one? Our other Jeff, the one with the biceps, Jeff Holman. Ooh.
Jeff with a J, you know, the real way you're supposed to spell it. Just saying.
I want to be boring, yes.
Yeah, no, it's actually been quite some time that I've actually heard music like this. I was pleasantly surprised because I'm old and I'm very particular about what I listen to.
Right.
That's just a fact, you know. Oh, yeah. And I heard an awful lot of my kind of music from back in the day, if that makes any sense for the people out there. You know, back in the day, I'm not going to say what era. You guys can figure that one out yourself. But yeah, it's let's just bring it right in. Aleksandra, welcome to the show. I probably spent about 2 hours on YouTube today, watching all kinds of different videos, and I'm quite impressed. I'm just quite impressed. The
Absolutely.
first thing that caught me was to get the actual music. You know what I mean? It was rough. It was edgy. A lot of it was hardcore. It brings me back to when I was first introduced to Led Zeppelin and shit like that, where it has a very, very cool sound. So I just wanted to get that out of the gate right off the bat.
Right. And like I said in the intro, what blew me away with your music was your voice. See, now I love Maria Brink. I love In This Moment. I love that style of music. And when I heard you go from the very soft mellow to that, I was like, holy fuck. I was like, wow, this girl is going to be a fucking superstar. We need her on the show before that happens, because when that happens, managers get involved and then agents get involved and everybody wants fucking money. And it's like, oh, come on.
Right.
So
yeah, it actually reminded me of like the old Pat Benatar and
Yes.
The Runaways and those groups. Like I said,
Yeah,
back in the
I was
day.
immediately transported back to like Max's Kansas City and CBGB's back in the old days in lower New York, when there was this pushback against the mindlessness of disco, and punk was coming out and heavy metal was making its second appearance. And yet, although all three of us are being reminded of things we've already heard, you're a complete original, which is very the talent it takes to do that, where you've taken a little bit of lots of styles and made them your own. And please tell that your musical video director, he's brilliant, because your videos are just wonderful.
Thank you so much, guys. It is so nice and very interesting to listen to you talking about all of this different amazing artists. I'm a big fan of Maria Brink or Mariah Brink. I don't know how to pronounce it. All life I was saying Maria Brink, but I honestly don't know what's correct. It is very interesting to see that how it is associated with different decades. I'm honored. I'm very honored. Thank you so much.
Well, so who influenced you? I mean, we're bringing back names from our pasts, but who? All of us, like I'm a singer, I'm a jazz singer, a different area, but we're all influenced. Who influenced you?
Well, I was born and raised in Soviet Union, and Eastern Europe was quite close during Soviet Union, so we would listen music on smuggled pirate cassettes. So what I'm trying to say, when borders opened and we started having access to worldwide music, we would European rock music was very big, and the German music was very popular when it comes to heavy genres. So I grew up listening to American music and also European music. So my biggest influences were German band Guana Apes, and people often compare me with OTAP or In This Moment, and some of haters would say, Maria Brink already done all of this. I was like, dude, when I was listening to music, I was like, what, 13, 14, when I started listening to rock music. And we didn't have Maria Brink. I was listening to German band. And also, I was listening to that band because I found lots of similarity with myself, because people come with different shapes and forms, and voices comes with different ranges, and my ranges, I'm a contralto, and of course fucking I sound similar because Maria Brink is also fucking contralto, and we both have raspy voice, and surprisingly with lots of singers who I sound like, we have similar biography. So no wonder we have so much range and rage in our vocals and very emotional, traumatic lyrics, because we fucking struggled. So I am not I am honored when I'm compared to other big artists in my niche, and especially like badass females, because it have been tough road for girls in metal music and rock music. So my influences were German band Guana Apes, but besides that, I would listen lots of American music and Australian. For example, AC/DC, is very big all around the world. It's an iconic band, right? When it comes to American bands, I was always alternative or new metal person. So I would listen lots of System of a Down, all of their albums. And also because I'm Georgian and System of a Down are Armenian Americans, I kind of like, had
Right.
lots of attraction to their folk metalcore, new metal, folk new metal. And another big influence I had from the band Linkin Park.
Oh yeah.
Linkin Park absolutely blew my mind. Actually, when I heard Linkin Park, this was the very first time when I was introduced to rock music.
Have you ever been exposed to an American singer who died way too soon named Janis Joplin?
Yes, later. But like as I said, at first I was influenced by like very popular, worldwide known band in that period of time when I was like teenager, right? But then I started exploring more and deep diving into different genres, and this is when I started actually learning about iconic rock artists.
When you were young, did you have access to Eurovision?
Yes.
Was that, I would imagine that must have fed you a little bit creatively.
I was never a fan.
So now the rest of the band, do they come from your area, or did you kind of pick them up along the way?
So I'm a solo artist. So I'm in music 20 plus years. I don't know, maybe 25 already. I started when I was 15. My first band I joined when I was 15, and I'm 38. 23 years. And first decade I spent in bands, and I burned out. And then actually we had pretty good success with one of those bands. It was new metal band. We were originally known and were pretty popular, rocking the best shows and stuff. But then lots of band drama, lots of pain in the ass. And eventually I realized that I just don't have time for all of this crap. It's not like I don't want to be in a band. I want to be in a band, but it is really hard to find people on the same page with you who are ready to sacrifice everything in their lives, just make them like to put music in highest priority. And even if you meet someone like that along the way, people change. Like some people get children, wives, husbands, or career goals. Like someone get promoted and then he's choosing like have this incredible career which brings a lots of money, or stay in the bed and being broke till the end of the day. So I've decided to be solo, but I do perform with musicians. So I never play rock shows without my band. So who are these people? These people are hired session musicians from the scene. Those people are not random. It's always people I love working with. And the good part on this is that if somebody's unavailable, I'm not declining gig. I'm not. I'm just taking the gig. And then I'm asking my priority musicians. I was like, hey guys, available? And if they are available, I am hiring them for this gig. And they already know my material. We're rehearsing as usual, as a normal band. But if they are not available, some of them, I just have guitar player who I come after my main one is not available. You know what I mean? And we rotate. So when my career will make financial sense, I want to hire band, like all of those musicians I'm already working with on the regular basis. Like basically, how much yearly salary do you want to play exclusively with me? And he will say, like, I don't know, $100,000. That's it. Locked in, shake hands. Okay, let's go.
Wow.
Okay, well, because they were all very, very talented, and I was impressed with the people that you have behind you.
Thank you. They are
Is where I
extremely
was going
talented.
with that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and I like that they're bringing the long hair stuff back too. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Because,
there's also that Seattle grunge thing was
Yeah,
also
yeah, exactly. That
Yep.
Seattle grunge. Yep.
Right. So
Karen,
I go ahead.
I just wanted to say, yes, it is kind of financially difficult paying salary out of my pocket for every musician, like $200-300 for each activity we do together. And it's not like they are working just for money. Lots of people sometimes they want to volunteer their time. I was like, no, you're gonna be get paid as and there is no such thing that one person pays higher and another lower. No, all paid equally, and I'm proud of providing jobs. And although part-time, still very proud of that. And I just want to say that I rotate musicians to give equal opportunity to a lot of people. For example, I have upcoming show in Los Angeles in very amazing iconic gothic club, and I'm bringing my guitar player from Bay Area, from Northern California, to join my Southern California lineup, so that musician has his opportunity to connect with Los Angeles music community.
There you go.
I know you have a
Nice.
date in LA in October. Is this happening before then, or is this the October date?
No, October is my first US tour. But LA, because I live now in Los Angeles, and actually I live in two cities, San Francisco and Los Angeles. So I have two upcoming dates in Los Angeles, which is February 20th and June 6th. And then I have Las Vegas show, I have Sacramento show coming up. So it's all across areas. And I haven't announced, but I have actually mini East Coast tour.
Excellent.
Nice. Well, see, that's where I am. We're on the East Coast.
I'm
You know?
in Palm Springs, so I want to come see one of your LA shows.
Oh my God, that
Yeah.
would be so cool. I am headlining the Viper Room first time in Los Angeles ever. Like I never been a headliner in LA. So this is my first time. And it's February 20th. If you're gonna be around, please say hello. Don't pass me like I sometimes I need glasses. So I wear glasses. And
Here you
during
go.
shows, I don't wear glasses. And then I sometimes just don't fucking see. So
Well,
come say hello.
I'll be wearing enough sequins that you will recognize me.
Perfect.
So what I was gonna say was it Chico or Chili that kissed you?
Oh my God, that was so crazy. That was so crazy. It was my first time holding a snake at all. So, I was thinking, damn it, why I got scared. If I could hold my face, that would be such an amazing video.
Right. Well, it didn't really look like you got scared. It looks like it startled you for a quick second, and then you just started laughing. And I was like, I would have screamed. I would have screamed.
Being kissed mouth to mouth with a snake is something I never thought gonna happen to me.
That's what they all say.
Your special powers.
Crazy. Well, that video served me really well. I think it got 40,000 views on Instagram and Facebook, so it is fun.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
There's a twist in your career that fascinates me. Again, we were talking before the show started that she's Georgian, and I mentioned to someone earlier today that you'd be on the show, and is she from Atlanta? No, moron, Georgia in Europe. But you are old enough to remember the Soviet Union and what that life was like under those restrictions, and you choose to go to China, which is even more restricted in some ways. What propelled you to go even further east?
So Soviet Union is an interesting place, and post-Soviet Union, which is now, it is even more interesting place. I would not like living there, and that's why I don't live there. That country is less conservative, like Russia is less conservative than my home country, Georgia. Georgia is more like, even though Georgia is considered Eastern Europe, I'd say it's more Middle Eastern when it comes to mindset, and very patriarchal, very like traditional values, which is good and bad. It's just like, there is no balance in between. So it is like amazing and horrible at the same time. So like I do love Russia. I do love Georgia, but not. I like. We're not talking politics. I hope we'll not be talking politics. So,
No.
um,
Nope.
I don't like a regime in countries. A social aspect also is kind of foreign to me. Why I went to China, which is also communistic country, is because I knew that at that time when I was living in Russia, I was finally free of my obligations. Like, so let me explain. I come from a very dysfunctional family, and I was officially guardian of my younger brother and my sister. And I was single mom myself. So I was taking care about the siblings. I was taking care about my child. I was working full-time job. I was doing my rock music on the side, which was humiliating because rock music was the main thing for me. But I was so busy with providing for my family, so it was tough. And as soon as my brother turned 18, I looked him into college. Sorry. I made sure that he got the apartment, he got the college. My sister also, I gave her my apartment I bought with mortgage. So I was like, you know what? I'm so fucking done. I took my 6-year-old kid and I just went to China. Why I went to China? Because going to China was safer option for me financially, because would not be able to risk my child stability. And in China, economy is very stable, and it is very popular for Eastern Europeans to go to China because China has amazing micro and economy, like inside the country. Like 2 billion people generate insane amount of demand on products, services, and lots of stuff. So I toured in China. I was professional artist, and I was in cover band. So we performed for the best. I performed for stadiums, for television. I wrote a bunch of originals for like promotion, like corporate things, like
Right.
Mhm.
video games and stuff like that. And I was making pretty good amount of money. So my child was living in amazing city with skyscrapers and going to private school, and it was stable life for my kid. And I was kind of like I was exposed to new culture, which is different than Russia or Georgia. And I was happy to explore. But after 5 years, when I was hitting my all milestones and making lots of money, I realized that, okay, what's next? Like, I already hit all milestones. I hit all of my goals. I overdid my plan. What's next? And I was like, okay, you know what? It's time to move on. And I moved to America.
Not to mention, it was easier to go from there to here and then over the ocean to LA than it would have been to go boop, boop, boop.
The only reason why my move to America was smooth is because I married to my husband, who is Australian in electrical engineer, and he works in the Silicon Valley. So the thing is that as an Eastern European citizen, I do not have ability to get American visa unless on talent visa. And talent visa back then was quite challenging for me because I was just only regional act. Now, where I'm right now, I can get talent
Mhm.
visa, but I am so much more further in my career when I was back then. And I met my husband on Tinder in China. And it was not supposed to be a marriage. It was just literally one night stand, which became something. We are together for 7 years now. We have a little baby, and
Nice. I love stories like that.
yeah.
Right?
So I moved to America, and it was smooth because my husband sponsored visa for me and for
Mhm.
my daughter.
Mhm.
And of course financial support matters, so I don't want to take this away from him because he did a lot of work to make us come here smoothly, so I appreciate that.
Now, when you first got here, was it I don't want to use the word easy, but was the transition into getting into the clubs and doing some performing, was that difficult or was that an easy transition?
Well, I would say this. I immigrated to 3 countries, right? Like Russia. I was born and raised, but kind of like still I'm an immigrant child. It wasn't easy for me to get into Russian music industry, and then get into Chinese music industry was same hard. And get into American industry was same hard. The thing is that it's worldwidely, interestingly same. Nobody fucking wants you. So you just need to keep doing your thing, you know? So gatekeeping in music industry, universal. It's same difficult everywhere. But I think I have enough skills and I've done this many times. So I found my regular resident gig right away. Like as soon as I got my work permit, next day I already was playing in the hotel.
Excellent.
But when it comes to rock music, it took me a while because people don't want you anywhere. Like you're a new kid, fuck off, you know, like
Well,
you need to earn respect.
Well, I can say you've definitely earned respect. And with that being said, folks, I want to share a video that I have queued up. It's called Barbie Girl. It's actually one of my favorites. But I want our viewers and listeners to just sit back, as Mr. Mark would say, have a sip, take a toke, listen, enjoy, and I mean, as soon as I cue it up, but just watch this. I'm just going to leave it there.
Tell me what I think, tell me how to act, tell me how to dress like I don't know how, yeah. Cause everybody's mad, everybody's sucking smack with the voice just a little too loud. With a nose too big, my hair too black, with an ass too thick, but now they all want that. I was running in a breeze, trying to play it cool, doing what I do like I've got something to prove them. I thought it would be easy, slowly going crazy. I'm done trying to fit the mold and be someone I'm not. Fuck that, I'm not a typical Barbie girl you want. Don't care, I never needed it all. Fuck that, I'm not a typical Barbie girl you want. They never get tired of reminding me I don't belong, that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, try to get rid of my rose black game so much that I almost got rid of me. I thought it would be easy, slowly going crazy. I'm done trying to fit the mold and be someone I'm not. Fuck that, I'm not a typical Barbie girl
I fucking love that song.
You have such
All right.
amazing stage presence too.
Right?
Thank you.
Right? I mean, not only
To
do you
me,
have
that's one of the
Go ahead.
hardest things to do.
right, and I was going to say that not only do you have a powerful, amazing voice, but you know how to control the crowd as a
Thank you.
singer and a front man of a band. I mean, it's just fucking, I'm blown away.
Thank you.
So
Means a lot.
I am going to say this to all our viewers and all our listeners. Make sure you check the show notes. All of Aleksandra's stuff is in there. You can go follow her pages. She's got a lot of new shit that's already dropped. I wasn't going to play any of the new shit because I want you to go subscribe to her channel. See how that shit works? But to all our promoter friends out there, and we have a lot of them and a lot of band friends, she wants to do some East Coast shit. Information's in the show notes. Get her on the East Coast. Get her worldwide. Let's go.
Ah, thank you so
Stop
much, guys.
fucking
I
around.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious. You said you were planning on coming to the East Coast. Are those dates and places just starting to get set up?
Yes, so we already booked. It's a mini tour. So I go there. I think I might be a headliner for those little tiny shows we booked already.
Yeah.
It is so far, I think, Maine,
No
then
shit.
Lebanon, and
New Hampshire.
it's all New England area. We
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So we
We're
already
good.
booked three
Right.
days there. It's all like 100, 200 cap rooms. Some of them are bars, some of them are like little venues, bars/club.
Yep.
And I didn't announce because I asked the booker, who is actually one of the bandmates who is booking for his band and my band. I was like, hey, can you guys help me to book New Jersey? Because I know that I have lots of listeners from New Jersey and from New York, by the way. But like it is May, we booked May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And it is already Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So like what, Monday doesn't really work Monday. So like Thursday, I was like, hey, maybe we can look in at least New Jersey on Thursday. And then 4 days will be like little run on East Coast and see how it goes. And if it goes well, I always can come back, you know? So
Yeah, we'll definitely have to check into that because
yeah.
Jeff with a J and I are both right around the Boston area.
Oh my God. So we booked Boston and then that show got canceled because the venue had some kind of issues. I wanted to go to Boston for so long. And then we ended up booking another city, which is 1 hour away from Boston. I don't remember the name, but I'll go through. I'm still waiting for my 4th day and then I'm going to be announcing the tour.
Right, so an hour away. So if you're in Maine, you've got to be like in Portland.
Well, she said she booked an hour away, so it could be like Worcester, Springfield.
If it's in Mass, yeah.
If it's a Mass,
I can open my notes. Just give me one.
No,
Yeah,
yeah. Now, because I'm curious.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
That might be a fun little family vacation.
That's so nice of you guys. Thank you so much for even considering, you know. East Coast.
On this show, we like talent. And boy, do you have it.
So May 1st is Lebanon, Mee. Mee is Massachusetts.
Maine.
Maine. Okay.
Lebanon, Maine.
Yes.
Oh,
May
yeah,
1st
that's
is Lebanon,
where,
Maine.
yeah.
And then May 2nd is Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcester, Massachusetts. Right near
Worcester.
them.
That's what I just said. Worcester.
Yes. Okay. Worcester. I'm sorry. I'm still learning geography.
That's okay.
Of America. And May 3rd is, oops, I forgot to write the city. Let me find.
Uh-oh. Where am I supposed to be?
Yeah.
Palladium
I
that's
mean,
in Worcester, Ben?
I still on the process. It was supposed to be Boston, but then it changed. So
Yes. The Palladium.
Yep.
Oh, Palladium. I mean, I would love to be in Palladium, but it's more like bars. Let me see.
I know that Tyler and the crew from Scarecrow Hill have ties with the Palladium. So the music that's in our opener
Oh,
are very
that's
good, are very good friends of ours that
that's
are
a good
local.
music, by the way. Good song,
Isn't
guys.
it wonderful?
They have ties with a lot of the scene locally, so they play the Palladium a lot in Worcester.
Right. Then
Yeah.
Jimmy's in Worcester too.
Jimmy Kang, yeah,
Jimmy Kang's
Yeah.
in Worcester too.
yeah, he represents the Wu-Tang Clan.
Rhode Island.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Pub on the Park in Rhode Island. I don't know. I haven't been there yet, but I'm grateful
Yeah,
for any.
all right.
I perform for big
Yeah.
venues. I perform for
Yeah,
small
actually,
venues. It doesn't matter.
Rhode
to me.
Island's actually closer than Worcester for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost.
Big venues are great. The only thing is that, like, I don't know how many people I can pull. I never been to East Coast, so I
Yeah,
don't
no, you're
want
doing
to
it the
like.
smart way. Yep.
Yeah, being humble and booking small venues makes sense. And if we magically sold out, then we can always ramp up and like, hey guys, we sold out like few hundred tickets. Like, let's get a
You
higher.
know,
it bigger.
she would do good at the Spire Center in Plymouth,
Probably.
America's
what's that
hometown,
Couple
Plymouth,
of hundred, right?
Massachusetts. I think it's 300. It's an old
Yeah.
church they converted into a music hall.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
Yep.
But I mean,
In America's
Saliva
oldest
played there.
hometown. Yep.
Yeah. So
If you guys have any bookers in New Jersey, I would appreciate it if you can connect.
There's
me.
also a venue in New York City called the Triad Theater that has all kinds of music. I've played there with jazz.
How cool.
So, well, I'm not saying that to promote me. I'm saying that might not be a bad venue for you.
Hey,
So,
there's nothing wrong with self-promotion here, It's a independent artist field. Everybody have to be self-promoting. Like, if you don't do that, who does that? Nobody will do it.
right.
changing the topic away from booking you, book her. Okay.
Right.
Now then,
Right.
all of us who perform with music have to have a brand, more or less. Your look is so well put together. Is that in your look entirely your creation, or did you have makeup and hair people helping you with that? Because it works.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I would agree 100%. Look, sound, and story behind is one of the biggest part of who you are as an artist, what you represent. And people really need cues to understand who you are when they see you for the first time, because attention span is so bad. You need to, like, should be simple to describe who you are, right? So my very close friend, she is a stylist. And I was in my alternative rock era, I was very casual and minimalistic. I would wear just jeans and tank top, but it was different age. Like, it was time when Nirvana was popular, and Metallica was wearing just black shirts. That was not like, it was time when casual look on the stage was cool, like when baggy jeans, shirt, that's it. That was your like alternative rock metal look, and then you just put like little like bracelets on, and that's it. So I when I quit rock music and transitioned to pop because I really severely burned out, then I did my comeback to rock music, and I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm staying in this genre because this is where I feel the most me, and this what actually I love pop, but I never emotionally connected to it because like the stories I have are so heavy. They don't fit in pop music that much. Like, it's like I feel that I'm not opening up. I'm not being honest. I cannot like I cannot experience music the way I experience in rock music. And I kind of overdid myself, went heavier. So I was like, okay, I need to do something with my looks because casual, it doesn't work anymore. It's like different. Like, okay, when I started, I was in my not even early 20s. I was like teenager, right? And now I'm late 30s. It's like different, like 20 plus years already, So I was like, okay, we need something cool, what will be me, but also will be something what is like well put together. So I asked my friend, I was like, can you help me please figure out what is should I wear? Because I would go for like plaid red skirts and like some kind of like tank tops again. And then she was like, hey, Alex, you know, your music is quite aggressive and the looks you are pursuing are very soft. Like, it is a thing. Like, for example, Flyleaf. She's wearing
Mhm.
always dresses, but she looks like a fairy ran away from forest with her barefoot and stuff like that. So that's something, right? But with me, I've kind of felt like my face features are also kind of aggressive. Like I have very sharp nose and like I don't have a baby face features, you know, like
Yeah, I
I
didn't want
have,
to say anything.
yeah, no worries. I look like okay, I think I look like a witch. So I was like, okay, if I look like a witch, why don't I feel like a witch. I look like a witch. Okay, let's do it. And we decided to try a little here, a little there. And I was like, you know what? I like leather. Let's do classic. Let's do leather and let's do like latex and, you know, fuck it. And she put few looks together for me. And she was like, Alex, your hair is too glamorous. So like back then I had long blonde hair
Mhm.
and I would style like with waves and stuff. This is what Maria Brink does. Like Maria Brink, like she has long blonde hair. I had long blonde hair, and she was like, "Alex, this is too glamorous. You need to do something with your hair because you're aggressive. Your music is aggressive. Your everything what you're singing is about trauma. And then you look at you, and you are this big boob blondie." I was like, "And what's wrong with being big boob blondie?" And she was like, "Well." You need to find your look. I was like, okay. And then depression hit me. I got very bad. And then I chopped my hair off because I was very upset. And and I was like, oh hey, look, it looks good.
Actually
So
sounded like a song, Big Boob Blondie.
yeah. So I loved short hair. I was like, okay, now we need to do something with the short hair. And I realized that if I do this like, you know, slick back or wet my hair a little bit, it looks very messy and it looks good. So I was like, okay, now this is what I'm going to stick with.
No, your look works. And by the way, Miss Witch, the two the two straight guys say nothing. You're beautiful. Don't let anyone
Thank
tell
you.
you differently.
Thank you.
So
You
there.
can be a good witch.
I know I'm going to be only bad bitch and bad witch.
Aleksandra, do I have your permission to talk a little personal with you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. There's one piece of music you've made that resonates with me so deeply that I'm not even sure how to deal with it. And it's I'll never be the same.
Oh, I was wondering if you were talking about this song.
I wasn't bringing it up.
No.
Well, I am bringing it up.
I was going to let you.
Okay. They know that I was molested as a child.
Mhm.
Your lyrics speak to everything I feel about it. It's such a personal song. How did you come to write it?
First of all, thank you for talking about this. And I am sorry that you know how it is. But it
Likewise.
happened, and there is not something you can undo.
Nope.
And you just need to deal with it. I don't know what your experience was, but my experience was that I never told anybody. And then when I grew up and I felt I know why I didn't tell. I didn't tell because I thought nobody gonna believe me, and I was right. When I grew up and I was already 18, I told my mother, and she didn't believe me. And although my molester, her boyfriend, was a convicted felon, drug addict, and abuser, somehow it was still not imaginable to believe me that me and my siblings were all molested by that man. Well, that man went to jail and got killed. And I would not say that I felt closure. I didn't, because I don't know. He went to prison for stealing some shit. I don't know what he got killed about. Maybe he molested enough children that people fucking learned about him. Anyways, long story short, this song is not about me being angry at my molester. He's an asshole. We know that. And he comes in the shape of this classic villain, right? Man, drinking, abusive, criminal, right? You kind of expect him being a villain. But this song is about my mother, who was literally always in the next room when that was happening over years to me and my siblings. And when I was an adult, I had enough courage to come to her, and she didn't have fucking even a moment to think about this and just like listen to me. So this song is about my conversation with my mother. I didn't want her to apologize. I didn't want her anything. I dealt with it. I dealt with it myself. I wanted her to fucking hold my hand and listen to me. And I didn't even got that shit. So I'm angry. I'm very angry. And it broke my heart. My mom done lots of shit to me. My mom is a convicted, by the way, herself twice. And she is like crazy, dangerous woman. And she's dangerous because she looks innocent. You know, I often bitch about men. Sorry, in a good, what I mean by that, I often talk about like, you know, misogyny and stuff. But let's not forget, there are plenty of evil women out there. And to be fair, one of those evil women is my mother. And she's done tons of crap to me and my siblings. But this hurt really a lot. So this song is about me being shamed for I didn't cause. I was fucking 9-year-old, 10-year-old. And it was happening to me years.
This resonates with me so much. My molester was not a boyfriend; it was my father.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Who, after all would be said and done, told me, no one's going to believe you. No one's going to love you. If you ever tell anybody, everyone's going to shun you because they'll believe me and they're never going to believe you. The usual thing these people say to children. It wasn't until I was in my 40s, the death of my grandmother, that my mother finally acknowledged that it happened without admitting she knew about it, and that my father had molested children before she married him and married him anyway, and that he'd molested a child long after I'd been thrown out of the house and got beaten almost to death. And my reaction was, I'm fine with that. Your lyrics are amazing. Your courage is amazing. The performance, the video of it is amazing. Yeah. And you've touched me. I want you to know that. In a nice way, in a good way, you've touched me.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you say. I'm so sorry that we need to connect on this level. But unfortunately, pedophilia is very common, more common than people think. And it is common, doesn't matter what gender. Lots of people, especially in my home country, think that they need to protect girls.
Boys
and they keep forgetting boys are isolated the most. I don't sing this song too often because I'm most of the time an opener. And throwing song like that in an opening set for 20 minutes, kind of like too heavy, And when I'm a headliner, I do perform this song. And when I perform this song, I cry. And people in the crowd cry. Not everybody, but like majority are like holding on. And then some people just let it out. And then when you go to backstage, people come to you to talk. And it is devastating to see how many people know what I'm talking about. But
which is why you must keep singing the song.
Yes, but it is important because it happens. It will be happening, unfortunately. But the support network is everything. And this song might be some kind of like emotional space for people to process.
And also, if the song would not only reach people like us who are victims, although I hate the word victim, recipients of this
I would say
behavior,
survivors. It's a good
survivors.
word. Yeah.
If there are people out there, mothers and fathers and grandparents and uncles and aunts and cousins who weren't the perpetrators, but also were not there in support, if your song would spur them on to go, oh shit, they know how little I ever curse on the air. Oh
Open
shit,
some eyes.
maybe I should reach out to this person. Maybe they need my support. Maybe I shouldn't have kept my mouth shut. That's also enormously worthwhile.
Right.
I think I have strong audience and very strong connection to my people. I don't feel comfortable calling my people fans. It feels different.
They're your peeps, man.
Sorry?
They're your peeps.
My peeps, yeah. I talk in direct messages, and I don't know how long I will be able to continue, like how long I will be able to maintain this. Like, because if an audience grows, right, it's hard to personally be involved in with every single person, right? But I'm thinking, how do I maintain what I do in the bigger scale? But what I want to say is that my audience now is very strong, and people I connect with, I feel those people are my people. We might never met, or we will never met, or maybe someday we will meet, right? But the way we talk to each other, the way they consume my music, like, it is insane. And some people messaged me, shared their stories. Some of them shared them for the first time. And let's be real, I have 85% male audience. And I see how strict male society is when toxic masculinity comes in from women, from men, and people who experience this type of being vulnerable are there hiding this deep down, because you're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to be like, like, don't show this. Like, sometimes the emotions are considered as a weakness, so I am proud that I am creating community where people have safe space to be who they are and be open about their experiences and don't be ashamed.
Well,
Well
I
said.
admire you and I thank you
Mm.
for opening up your heart as a writer, as a lyricist, as a composer, as a performer, as a business person. None of those roles make it easy to produce this kind of a song. And you've done it, and you've done it superbly. I am proud of you.
Thank you.
Yep.
I should give credit. This song was co-written with my producer, Nick Kaufman. Back then, I was working with him, and with lyricist, Vincent Sparvoli. I was sobbing during that session, and guys did a great job of, like, every word we put there, every melody word, and this cello sounds so touching, like, it's so emotional. But now I'm looking back, then I was like, oh my God, poor guys. I think I was so emotional. They were kind of like startled a little. But they're professionals, like they did their job. But still, like, I'm looking back, I was like, oh, it might be was difficult to watch me for 4 hours falling apart, So yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try and change this up a little bit here for
Yes, please
'cause I-
do.
Would you please?
Yes, I'm gonna. So, you're talking about, you got to have the look, you got to have that style. You've got very, very good stage presence. The other thing that you need is a cool fucking name, which you have.
Oh, thank you
Right.
so much.
Right.
Okay, because it rolls off the tongue. Aleksandra, it's just Alex, you know what I mean? And you can tell your full name if you would like, because I don't think we got there.
Yeah, so my full name is Aleksandra Marshaniia. It is a very old Georgian name, like my last name. It is pretty well known in my country. And I want to be known as a female Marshaniia who brought some kind of fame to my family, because my family is known by last name, and like, I want to be my own person, which brings value to the family. And I have very bad relationships with my father too, and my father literally told me that I'm not allowed to tell people that I'm Marshaniia because I'm such a horrible human being. He's very misogynistic and very like traditional. So for him, what I do is something what dishonored women do. Like, I'm standing on the stage screaming and like wearing whatever, like short skirts, and that's kind of like puts me into a, he called me whore and slut. So yeah, he said that I'm not allowed to have my last name. And it pissed me off, because I was like, where the fuck you were when I was molested? Where you were when I was when I was homeless? When you were when I was abused in so many different ways? Where you were sitting on your ass somewhere else, and now you are telling me that I grew up selfish and I'm slut as the same as my mom is? Fuck you. So
If you hadn't said that, I was going to.
I thought it was an
exactly.
easy question.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm full of sad Eastern European stories.
No, you're
I'm like
good.
that
You're good. It's
typical
funny.
character in the movies, Natasha Ivanov, with lots of fucked up childhood stories. Well, long story short, my name is Aleksandra
Right.
Marshaniia. And then the thing is that in Georgia, people call me Sandra, because Alexandra doesn't really sound Georgian. But Sandra sounds kind of Georgian, because Sandro is a male name. And so my grandma and my relatives would call me Sandra, but everybody else would call me Alex. And I was like, okay, why don't we combine Alex Sandra? And first, when I was not in metal genre, I came up with this name when I was in pop, and people would tell me like, what a weird name for a pop singer. And I was like, damn it, I chose such a stupid name.
Oh,
And
not at
then
all.
now I'm in the metal or metalcore, and people are like, wow, this is a fucking amazing name. It always kind of associates with Asking Alexandria or with Alex Terrible or whatever. So yeah.
No, I think it's a brilliant name. Your
Oh, yeah.
all of career stuff, you know this, is choices. You've made some truly excellent choices for the business of being who you are. Good for you. You got to obviously have a good head on your shoulders.
Thank you. I also have very good friends and team. I do have a very good vision of my career, and I know exactly what I want and where I'm going to. But also, I have very, very small group of friends, colleagues. I mean, they've been colleagues first, and then they became friends, who actually believe into me a lot. And then when they work with me, they don't work as a hired person. They work with someone. They work as someone who absolutely believes into me. Like, you know how I mean. Like, my development manager is my bass player. I worked in China. He saw me in my worst, in my best, and he is the one who keeps telling me, Alex, you can go bigger. And he is. Yes, I pay him salary now. I can afford paying salary to Alex, right? And I'm very proud of this. He's Alex too. But he's not doing this for money. I know. He's doing this because he truly believes in my art. And he keeps thinking what's the next move, what we should do. And sometimes he's calling me and he was like, Alex, we need to set the plans for 2026. It was back in 2025, but like that. And my friend Julia, she just, I know she's very respectful to me as a person, as a woman, being strong and stuff like that. And when she works with me, honestly, I cannot afford her services. I can't. She's way too expensive. But because she absolutely inspired and believes in me, she just like, Alex, I don't care how much you pay me. Whatever you can pay, or don't pay at all. And then she works with me, and I'm getting this amazing results because I have these talented friends who actually believe in me.
I think
Well,
you've made 3 more.
I was just
So
going to say,
humble.
you're not paying us, and we
so
all believe
humble.
in you.
Wow.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, I'm not humble. I think I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty badass and I can do a lot.
Oh, what you just
Uh,
said there, that was that you were being humble, and it was kind of cute.
It was kind of cute.
well, it is good to remember who was there for you when nobody was, what I mean?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Well, absolutely.
Recently I learned something very cool. So I started gaining popularity, right, as an artist. And you cannot imagine how many people came towards me. And I realized, I was like, I'm the same person I was 2 years ago. Nobody wanted me. Where all of these people were before. But let me explain. It's not because these people who come to me now are malicious or like they chasing some personal. No, they're just so me the way I knew I am. But I finally learned how to show this to the world, right? And I'm still in the process. It's a long way to go, but still. But there is true when success comes to successful people, and the hardest it is when you are in the beginning. When you are in the beginning of your career, nobody wants you and nobody will help you. But there are this little amount of people who are there for you. Those
Mhm.
people are gold. Those
Yep.
people deserve acknowledgement and credits, because if not for those people, you probably would fall apart and never do what you are doing now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
All of us, including yourself, all of us can relate to that.
Yeah.
You as a musician, Mr. Mark as a showman and musician, Jeff and I as writers, indie actors, indie voice actors. I
We've known
mean,
each other, what, almost 40 fucking years?
yeah, I've known him.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah, we've known
cool.
each other almost 40 years, but our journey is only 8.5, 9 years out. With the writings and the comic books and the conventions and all that shit that we do.
That's
But
so
you're right.
cool.
There's very, very few people. At the beginning, it was really hard. And there was 1 or 2 people that stepped up, helped us to that next step. And then a couple more stepped up and we went to the next step. And before you know it, here we are 8.5 years later. No, 9 years later from that part. But 7 years later doing this talk show with huge numbers of viewers. Never thought we'd be doing this.
Is that what
And
we're doing?
Well, yeah, and we get to meet some very interesting people, such as Aleksandra.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored to be having this conversation with you and being here. Thank you so much for spotlighting.
So yeah, and
giving
hopefully
me
we're going to
space.
see you in a couple of months.
Right?
Oh my God, I really want to do that.
Well, before she leaves, she has to put her glasses on so she can see what we really look like.
I have lenses.
Because we'll be like, remember us? We interviewed you. She'll go, I don't recognize you.
Yeah, she'll have her witch on and be like, get away from me.
Which
Security! So,
Aleksandra, because you don't have your glasses on, we're all 3 of us really handsome. Just so
and I'm sure you are.
Yeah, and we'd probably be the oldest coming to your show.
Probably. I have all range of different ages people and different nationality and different genders and stuff. You will be surprised that you might see someone much, much older than you are.
Well, unless they got a walker, they're not going to be that much older.
Aleksandra, I am the oldest person in the room by far.
How old are you guys? What are we talking about here?
Well, I'm 62.
Okay, it's fine. It's not too old.
I'm 53.
Okay, young.
And so
And
Mr.
I'm
Mark
not.
is older than that.
And I'm older than that. Yes.
How old?
Let's put it this way, dear heart. I became a great-grandfather last year. That's how old.
Congratulations.
Thank
My daughter, my oldest daughter, the one I was talking about in the beginning, she's 18. I can be a grandmother any moment of my life now.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, I'll be the guy in the crowd that's probably got 2 3-year-olds with them. First concert. Look, this is...
Listen, we had this show in Sacramento. A couple came with their 4-year-old baby, of course, with headphones and stuff. And that baby did crowd surfing. It was so cool, so badass.
No, my granddaughters would be the ones that would run from my arms, get past security. One of them would probably try to grab your mic, and the other one would be grabbing the drumsticks.
Perfect. We love it.
So we are a little over time. So with that, Mr. Holman, any last questions for our amazing guest this evening?
Yeah, I'm gonna cats or dogs?
Sorry?
Cats or dogs?
Oh, I know you keep asking me simple questions, but I have very bad response. None of them. I don't really have pets.
None of the above. Okay.
Yes, not because I don't like them. I'm just very deeply traumatized. And if we don't have time, maybe I'll tell you that story another time.
Wow,
we have time.
Wow, another trick question.
We usually stop right around an hour so that the guest can do, like, they have things to do. They have a life, you know.
I'll give you 5.
We can go an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, because after that, Jeff, the one that asked the question, turns into a real raging bitch because he wants to have dinner.
Yes.
Well, I am also very person. When I'm hungry, I told you I'm a witch. You know nothing about me being a witch. Keep me hungry, and I'm gonna be fucking the worst person in the world. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that story real quick. It's a kind of sad story. Of course, sad story. My stepfather, who was idiot and asshole, he brought us bunny when I was like 11, and we took care of that bunny, and we played, and we were so excited, and we did what children do. We loved this little pet, and then he decided to butcher it in front of us and cook and eat and offered us to eat, and that traumatized me so bad. I'm afraid to love pets because I'm afraid that somebody will fucking do that shit to my pet again, and I just can't do this anymore.
My father-in-law did that to my wife's rabbit, just not in front of her.
Yeah. My grandparents did that to my uncles and my mother. They raised a flock of ducks. They had like 5 ducks. They raised them for a few years, and then one Thanksgiving, there was duck on the table. Yeah. So yeah.
And as long as we're confessing, my father had sex with my dog.
Oh my God, your father horrible.
Oral.
Oh, Jeff. Okay, moving on. Mr. Jeffrey Mark.
Yeah, Jeffrey Mark wants to do something here. Alex, what is your father's first name?
Can I not say? You know why?
Make up a name.
Okay.
Charlie.
Yes, sure.
Hey, Charlie, you better sit down. Alex, from my heart to yours, from my people to yours. For the way he treated you.
Oh, thank
Do
you.
you understand
what
I
say
said?
it in fucking English?
No, it was German, I think, right?
It was Yiddish.
Oh, Yiddish, I don't understand.
I just placed a curse on his head.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Well, thank you so much for having my back. It means a lot.
You're welcome.
So, I usually don't ask a last question, but I'm going to tonight. We've learned a lot about you, where you're from, where you've been, things that you've gone through. What is one thing that Alex totally geeks out about? Like, do you collect shoes? Do you collect hats? Like, is there something that nobody knows? Do you like to sit down and play video games? Is there something outside of the Alex realm that we've discussed that not too many people know?
Lots of people know that I love video production and geek about editing and video producing things. But what I never had tell to anybody, I love watching. So when I'm very overwhelmed and I want to steam and cool down, I watch carpet cleaning videos. I don't know if you watched, there's a bunch of internet videos where somebody brings this filthy carpet rug, and then they do this cleaning with the water, and from the very dark rug it becomes very like clean. So I watched those type of videos.
Okay.
I understand.
I do too. I can see that in a reflection of life coming from a very dark place to this bright place. Super stardom.
And it's also very soothing to see you cannot fix the world, right? You cannot fix the problems you have overnight, but you can clean.
Don't tell my wife that. I hope Anne's not watching.
I'm like, I was listening. I did the same thing. You see me? I looked over my shoulder, like I was waiting for a mop to come out from under the green screen. Like, here. So, folks, we want to thank Aleksandra for coming out tonight, chatting, and just having some fun. So, Alex, where do you like interacting with your fans and friends, like your Facebook and social media pages?
And I am everywhere. I'm like a parasite conquering the world. So whatever. Okay.
Whoa!
See, I overdid this. So you can find me on every platform. I am active on all of those platforms. I spend fucking whole day responding comments and DMs. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, what else is there? TikTok. I have my own website, aleksandra.music.com. My music is on every music streaming platform. So yeah, just type Aleksandra or Aleksandra Music and you'll find me.
Absolutely. And folks, like I said before, just check the show notes up above, down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to this. And all Aleksandra's stuff is there, including her TikToks. And her TikToks are fucking awesome. You got to watch them. I mean, that's how I found out about the snake. It was just hilarious, So, Mr. Jeffrey Mark, same question for you, sir.
Jeffrey Mark, for those of you who are watching us on video, as it's spelled below me here. For those of you who are listening, GeoffreyMark on Facebook, Jeffrey Mark Showbiz on Instagram. And why don't you join us once a week for some music that Ben produces and I host? Jeffrey Mark Plays Ella, GPE. Found every week. We release it every Sunday in time for brunch, California time. And we're on all the same channels and platforms and places. You're finding this fine show, you'll find that fine show. And Jeff Holman.
Hey, that was a great show. I'm glad everybody joined us. Wow, that gummy's kicking in pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I could blindfold you with fucking dental floss right now.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank you, Alex. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And as far as us, you can Google Jeff. I don't give a shit. That's all Jeff. Do that. Be my guest. Go to stilltoking.com. Go to Toking with the Dead on Facebook. We have Instagram and all that other stuff. I just don't use it. I don't care.
So, like Mr. Holman said, you can check us out on stilltoking.com, Still Toking Productions on YouTube, Toking with the Dead on Facebook. What can I say? We had an amazing show. We had an amazing guest. Definitely get off your ass. Get out to one of these venues. Pay the cover charge. Do not ask for free fucking tickets.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you. Tickets are $15. Come on.
Right? If you listen, I can find $15 and change in my fucking couch.
No, I can tell you, when parking in San Francisco, $25, and people are complaining about fucking tickets for the live show. Seriously, every live show cost me negative $1,000. What are we talking about?
Right? So, and not only that, check her out the show. Buy her merchandise. She's got some kick-ass shit out there. I'm just saying.
Where's the heart?
Just saying. We want to thank her for taking time out of her busy schedule and her family for hanging out with us tonight and telling us stories. And we definitely will see her again in the future, because I know within the next couple of years, she's going to go boom and be this big fucking superstar. And we're going to be like, hey, remember us little people that had you on the show? Would you come back? And her manager's going to say, well, you know, and she's going to say, I'm fucking going back.
Exactly.
So in all seriousness, to all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do, so people like us can come up here and do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. We're out of here.
Have a happy.
Bye.